They've been married on television almost as long as they've been married in real life. Welcome Bill Hayes and Susan Seaforth Hayes. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for inviting us. It's a pleasure.
Our joy, our joy. You recently won an Emmy for Lifetime Achievement. Is that correct?
We each got one.
We each got one.
Yes.
Good for you.
50 years of Days of Our Lives for me.
Yeah.
Only 49 years of Days of Our Lives.
Only 49, you slacker.
However, I started on television in 1948.
48.
And I think nobody that's working today
can make that claim.
Can make that claim. I am still working on Days of Our Lives.
That's incredible.
Yes, it is.
1948.
Wow.
That's wonderful. Now, you've done more than just Days of Our Lives, though.
Oh, yes. I started in Variety.
Yes.
Your Show of Shows was
Pretty good credit.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good show, which ran from 1950 to 54.
Yeah.
Sid Caesar, Imogene Coca, Carl Reiner, Howard Morris,
Oh, my goodness.
Bob Merrill, Marguerite Piazza.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It was a fabulous show, and I did a lot of variety for many years.
Start on Broadway and Me and Juliet,
Yes.
Rodgers
Wow.
and Hammerstein.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Did a lot of theater. I've done probably over 100 musicals and over 30 straight plays.
Wow.
And Susan has done a lot of theater as well.
I started when I was 4 years old.
Yeah, of course.
wow.
Of course, yeah.
Of course. And was a union member from the time I was 4. And when I went to get my Social Security card, when I went to get my pension, my equity pension, they said, well, we want to see the contracts from your career.
Oh, wow.
I said, well, I don't have any They said, well, we will accept reviews. So I actually got review.
Well, good.
When I was 4 years old, so I was able to show them an old
Oh, wow.
falling apart piece of newspaper and goodie. So I got a little pension.
Well, wonderful. That's exciting.
Well, it was, yeah.
So how did you two meet? Was
On
it
the
through
show.
work?
Days of Our Lives.
But I had bought Billy's record, The Ballad of Davy Crockett, his
Which
gold
I love.
record. Yes, which we all know, which we all love.
Everybody knows that.
And I had seen him touring in Bye Bye Birdie.
Yeah.
I'd seen him, I was ushering and watched this wonderful guy dancing.
Yeah.
And then he walked into the set of Days of Our Lives, and my life changed.
Susan started in November 1968. I started in February 1970. And that's when we met.
Is that right? So was it love at first sight, or did this take a little while?
I had to convince him. We knew each other for about 4 years before we married. It was a very strong relationship, professional relationship. And the head writer of the show, the late, great Bill Bell, watched the show just like the audience does. He would watch it from his apartment in Chicago. And he saw a spark pass between us that we weren't even aware of.
But he saw it.
He threw out the storylines that he had planned and put in this long-running romance. Of course, it's soap opera.
Wonderful.
Futile, a romance that you're never going to get that couple together. They're never going to be happy.
But now we are a happy couple. We play people who love each other and get along.
And care about their
You can't be on the
family.
soaps, can you?
But we're the one happy couple. You're right.
How else?
When I started on the show, I could not allow myself to fall in love.
Yes.
I had been married 22 years before to the mother of my 5 children.
Yes.
She left, and I was injured for a while.
I would imagine.
It took me a while to get over that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it took me 4 or 5 years really to get around to being able to say, Susan, how about a week from Saturday?
Yes, Susan said.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes. Finally, what took you so long?
something like that.
I was not able
Yes.
at first.
So I have to ask, you've had some tumultuous years on the television screen in your relationship with each other. What was that like, fighting on screen during the day and then going home afterwards? Did it have any impact?
At first, I thought everything was left behind in the studio, and we would come home and everything would be fine. But I found after a while, at dinner time, it would take me a very long time to relax. I said, oh yes, I was nearly murdered today. That's right, I was set on fire. Maybe I'm a little tense after that. You know? But I do think we have been able to be extremely close because we understand what the other person's work is like, day is like, stress is like. People are always saying, how can you stand it?
Yeah.
You're together all the time. And I'm thrilled that we're together all the time. He's a lovely person to live with.
Yeah, good.
And all the people that don't live with him love him too.
Yes.
So he is a universally adored human being and deserves to be.
We've
I'm
been
lucky to
married
be
since
there.
'74, and it's been the best time in the world.
Wonderful.
Just fabulous. Everybody.
What's the
should have
secret of a
such
happy
sweet
marriage? That's usually the next question.
Yeah. So
Tell us.
what is it?
Honesty.
Honesty.
We've never kept secrets from each other.
Right.
And we tell each other we love each other when we feel like it, which is pretty much constantly.
That's great.
Of course, I do say, do you really love me? Did you really like dinner? Do you really like that tie? I need a little more affirmation.
Yeah, a little more. Yeah, she is fishing here, I've noticed.
A sweet kiss first thing in the morning.
Yes.
And a sweet kiss last thing at night.
Yes.
Good thing.
Connection. You got to reconnect
Yeah.
and be honest.
And be aware
Because
of each other.
you,
Be aware.
Be aware and be honest. Yeah.
Have different ideas sometimes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It happens.
It happens.
Well, I've got a different idea. We have to take a break.
Oh, okay.
You're used to all that.
It's inevitable.
It happens. It happens. So we'll take a break right now,
problem.
and we'll be back with more in just a moment. We're continuing our conversations with Bill and Susan. So I did quote you in a book once.
Tell me.
That I wrote.
What did we say? What did Bill say?
Yeah.
That was so good.
Actually, I think you're the one that said it first. But I asked, what happens when you disagree? How do you resolve the conflict? And you said,
It's my fault.
yeah.
It's always my fault.
You said Bill is always right. That's what
correct.
you said.
That was our prenup. You know, people have a prenup.
We didn't have any money to
That was
bicker
the-
over.
The one thing that we said was, whatever it happens,
Yeah.
if a truck crashes out
Yeah.
in front of the house, it's her
Sorry, darling, it's my fault.
always Susan's
It's my fault. I
We don't have
bought
to
the china that you just dropped on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh,
I should not have bought it.
I shouldn't have bought it.
Yeah. Well, that's humorous. And obviously, it only works if the two of you have a great deal of trust. Otherwise, we got a blame game going on. But
Right.
for the two of you, this works because it's a part of your humor.
Well,
That's right.
we have a lot to laugh about. Yeah.
And we've never had a blame game.
No,
That's the key.
Yeah.
Because some people do enter into the blame game, but I've never detected
Or
that.
keep track. I'm keeping track.
What is
Yeah.
the future
Don't
of,
let
of,
things
of
go.
the blame game?
Yeah.
Well, inevitably a
Unhappiness.
fight and
Yeah.
unhappiness and discord and
Hurt feelings,
hurt feelings.
being beat down. But as long as this is your practice, it works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and a nice dinner, a nice warm dinner.
That works as well.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds simple, but that's really a true thing. Eating together at the end of the day, where
Yes.
you're focused as a family
And taking
on
a
each
moment,
other,
we
taking-
say grace together.
Charmony, doing things together is wonderful for a couple, for a relationship,
Absolutely.
no matter what it is.
We wrote 2 books together.
Well, in fact, I think you've got those books. Should we plug
Yes.
them now?
Let's plug
Okay.
them
Let's
now and
plug
get it
them
out of the way. Get it out of the way.
Let's do it.
Okay.
You
First,
got
we
one right
wrote
over-
a memoir.
Okay.
A double memoir,
Okay.
urged on by a devoted fan who
Right.
happened to be an editor at Penguin, which was very nice.
Yes.
And it's been beautifully reviewed as the best book about soap opera that has been written
Really?
to date.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's what Michael Logan of TV Guide said when he
Do you have a copy of that?
I believe I have a copy right
Right
here.
there.
you
Just
are.
happen to have one. Days of Our Lives.
It's called Like Sands Through the Hourglass,
Yes.
which if anybody has been a fan, they
Yeah.
will remember
So
that
are the
title.
Days of
It's
Our
a love
Lives.
story, really. And
Yeah.
it's about relationships
That's awesome.
and love.
So it's about what we've been discussing and Bill's career in show business, my career in show
Yes.
business, and a lot about the show.
Absolutely.
A lot about the show. So it's a fun read. It's actually a fun read even if you've never watched a soap opera.
Yeah.
And we happen to have.
We
And
just happen to have
There we go. Turn it right side up. There
right
we go.
side up, please. We also enjoy history. And this is a historical novel which starts in 1803. It's called Trumpet. It's not about it's about Elizabeth Trumpet, who
is obviously a sexy actress
Yeah.
she starts at age 16 and grows up.
and grows up.
That's wonderful.
And it has everything in it. The Napoleonic Wars. It
Oh, wow.
has the other side of show business, the down and dirty side of show business. And we loved it.
It's terrific.
We had so much fun preparing it.
I would imagine.
You'd have to do a lot of
and writing
research,
it together. We learned so much about each other.
Yeah.
Just
bet.
working
That very,
together.
very
That's one of
final
those
edit,
things.
sitting together, reading it out loud to each
Yes.
other, saying that word is superfluous.
Yeah.
That needs to be added. Yeah.
That was fun.
That's
But we
Yeah.
do things together.
Yeah.
We travel together. We did one fantastic trip. We got in the car and drove around North America. 4 months.
4 months.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
we're all the way up
wonderful.
at Prince Edward's Isle. That included Canada and Tupelo, Mississippi, because of Elvis.
Yeah, you got to.
So it was based on museums all around North America and family, which there was a lot of stops for family.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 26
hit one
great
wedding.
grandchildren.
Oh,
so
wow.
A lot of stops
Great
for family.
Great
grandchildren.
grands, yes.
Yes.
With
Wow.
2 on the way.
You have an embarrassment of riches.
Yes, we do.
As well, several
the
of our
best.
children are Christian, and they've been busy.
Absolutely.
I got to tell you.
They've taken the biblical command to be fruitful and multiply,
multiply.
replenish the earth.
Like
Yeah.
sand,
They've taken it
like the
seriously.
sand.
Sands.
Oh, the hourglass, right? They've done it.
And I'm really impressed that the two of you endured 4 months in the car together.
In the
and
car
you survived.
together.
You're still talking
A
about.
couple of times we stopped for. We learned one to change the oil frequently. Two, to look up a local chiropractor.
I see.
And
Yeah.
So the first 2 stops were the chiropractor for Bill. The third stop, I said, I think I'd like to be X-rayed too. He said, God, you're much worse than she is. No kidding.
Women bear pain though much better.
They
than men
say.
do. Yeah, you do. If men were bearing the children, there'd be one for every family.
One,
We're
that
done.
would be it.
We're
Yeah.
done. We're not doing that
One and
again.
done.
Yeah. Well, we had one really heavy bag that because of Bill's back, that I did the luggage.
Yeah,
I got the bag in the trunk, and I would say, okay, what if your grandchild was drowning and you had to get this stone out of the? All right, I can do it. I can do it. I learned how to throw a saddle on a big horse.
But we've traveled a lot together. We also, both of us love opera, and we go to the opera
Oh,
together.
wonderful.
Yeah, we just saw El Gato Montez with Placido Domingo.
Oh, how
Yeah.
wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah, 44 years of having opera tickets. Yeah,
That's
we've seen a
great.
lot of sopranos die, I can tell you.
Well, this has been so much fun, but we have to take a break.
Okay.
And we'll be right back in just a minute.
Well, if you can't tell, we've been having a lot of fun with Bill and Susan, and we're glad that you were able to be a part of this. Now, you talked about getting married and you already having children.
Yes.
So this is a blended family, right?
Yes.
And when the two of you got married, you had teenagers at home?
Yes.
Yes.
And you stepped into this?
Well, gingerly,
Bless you.
you
are a saint.
there was not only his 4 children that were at home, but 3 children at home and a niece
And a niece.
who had moved in, and 17 cats.
Oh,
No.
Yes, by actual
that's
count.
worse than the
So
kids.
it took a bit of time for the cats to die off.
Yes.
And for Bill to fall in love with me, and for some of the kids to move out. But when his youngest child graduated from high school, he felt that he was free to devote a little more time to his own life.
That was one of the things that finally pulled the trigger for me.
Yeah.
Pull the trigger.
In 1974, my parents celebrated 50 years of
Yes.
marriage. That was a biggie.
Yes.
My daughter, youngest child, as Susan said, finished high school, and that was another biggie. And the third was I took them for a month to London, and we had such fabulous family time.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's
And all that just finally came off my shoulders, and it was not a burden or the past anymore.
Yeah.
I could think to the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're talking about family. Family is it,
Yes.
Yeah.
like
You're right.
Charmony.
Yeah.
You can have the greatest success in the world at your business. Family is it.
Family's key, isn't it?
That's it.
This,
What
ahead.
were some of the challenges you had with coming into a situation with teenagers? And
Well, they were teenagers, and they had lived through a divorce that they hadn't seen on the horizon, and they were transplanted from the East Coast to the West Coast.
There was a lot going
It
on.
was the 70s. It was kind of a difficult time to be a
was.
teenager.
Yeah.
They have all turned out to be terrific people, but it took them a while to fall in love with me.
yeah.
Yeah.
in some cases, I think decades.
Yeah.
And now it's a very strong bond.
A step relationship is not easy.
No, it's
No.
not.
And it takes a while. Naturally, you want your parents to be married and you want your family to be together.
The way it always was.
The way it was. And,
Yeah. And the new person makes that impossible.
that's right.
Well, the new person is a whole new
Yeah, that's a whole new
category.
thing. But you're also a note of finality. If a
Yes.
child is secretly wishing for a miracle for the family to be reunited, your entrance into the situation suddenly says, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen right now.
That's
Maybe it's never going to happen.
Maybe never.
Yeah.
That's
But
hard.
I have
We-
to say that the big plus in my life has been their saying to me, "You make my father happy."
Oh,
Gee,
And oh boy,
yeah.
that's wonderful to hear.
yeah,
Yeah.
they all say that, and I'm the happiest of all because I got him.
Yeah.
And then we got grandchildren.
Yeah.
And then the grandchildren have grown up because we're so old. Well, Billy's 94. I mean,
And?
it's decent that he has a 40-year-old grandson.
yeah, well,
Who is
yeah.
now a father of, as we have
Yeah.
pointed out, many.
Yeah.
And the grandchildren are fabulous. They all went through difficult times, as they do going through teenage.
Yes,
Some were
it
lost.
happens, yeah.
Some
Some found themselves. One's a millionaire. One is. Well, I won't tell you exactly what. It is. They are
Probably
all,
none of our business.
They are all different. They all have started families of their own. They're all devoted parents, and one is a very unusual man. Kind of a Peter Pan type of character, and he has 4 children of his own.
Yeah.
Well, just this springtime,
we took a trip,
we took a cruise
a river cruise in the Netherlands and
Wonderful.
Belgium.
and Belgium, and Bill's eldest daughter, Carrie, came
She
along.
came with us.
It was her birthday
Oh, how
that
nice.
particular week of the cruise.
March 21st. This last March.
Just this last
21st.
March, and she came along with our cousin, who was our cousin and almost like a sister to her. And we were having a lovely day in Bruges. The sun was shining, the birds were singing. I can see you're watching the clock. I won't talk about the mussels in the beer that we had.
Yeah.
So at the end of the lunch, the cousin says, "Let's walk this way." And I said, "Well, we want to go to the museum and you guys want to go
No,
shopping."
let's
so
walk this way.
Don't walk this way. So this way was the beautiful square in the middle of Bruges with the fountain and people and
We passed 2 street singers.
2 street singers.
They look odd. They have
They didn't
wigs,
look too good.
and
Well, they
strange
had black hair and they had orange
black
hair.
eyebrows,
And they were singing, and
They
they
sang,
were singing "You Are My Sunshine."
"You Are My Sunshine," and we
sang
stopped and sang along with them. And I
Bill
put
gave them €2 and
coin.
a guitar.
And then they
guitar
sang
case.
the Ballad of Davy Crockett, which was my
My gold
gold
record.
record.
Yeah.
And so I gave them
pitched
another
in
coin.
2 more euros, and then
then
they
they started-
sang
They started singing a song that my father knew.
Bill McCluskey, big and husky, healthy, handsome lad.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
McCluskey had a pretty little girl by the name
And
of
that
Pearl.
was
Nobody
a
knows
clue
that song.
that it was not just somebody.
This is
I
it
looked-
was
yeah.
our
I looked at
daughter's
the
2
guy.
sons.
No.
The red hair.
Come on, show me. I got to see the picture.
Yes.
I mean, really.
They flew from San Francisco.
They had flown from San Francisco to Amsterdam, rented a car, drove to Bruges.
And start singing his
They had
songs.
planned it for 2 months for their mom's birthday to surprise us.
Oh, no.
I start screaming and yelling. I go over to David and pull the orange beard off of his face to give him a kiss. This is Sam, who doesn't look a bit like this. This is David and Sam Samuel. They are wonderful guys.
They are the 2 sons of daughter Carrie.
And this is our daughter
my
Carrie,
goodness.
and this is us, and there's all the dark
What a
glasses. 'cause
wonderful
the sun was shining.
surprise.
That's such a fantastic story.
Yeah, we still can't get over it.
This family is still key for you. And
Yeah.
Yes.
the devotion both of you have paid to children and grandchildren,
Yeah.
great-grand, is paid off.
It's paying
Yes.
off.
paid
Yeah.
off. Not just with happier people, but with people who are devoted to you.
Well, people who are, we are all connected.
Yes, we
Close
are.
relationship.
It's a close relationship across generations,
Yeah.
which is also part of the charm of soap opera. We have learned we are now experiencing fans 4 and 5 generations
Yes.
Wow.
coming up with the walker and the baby in their arms and the ladies in the middle that are all enthusiastic about the show.
Yeah.
So the link of talking to each other,
Yeah.
Yes.
like
that's
you're
right.
doing with this show,
That's right.
is so
That's right.
important.
It is key, isn't it? Keep
It's
the
nice to have the
conversations going.
phone and to
Yeah.
text and to hang up.
But with that, you wouldn't get what we just got here.
No.
Never.
Oh,
There's no
Never.
face-to-face.
You can't do that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, some of our grandchildren are going to be on the Christmas show of Days of Our Lives.
Oh, wonderful.
Our great-grandchildren. Yeah.
don't tell anybody.
Don't tell
No,
anyone. It's supposed to be a
You won't let
secret.
this out.
Don't let it.
No one will know.
Yes.
It's kind of coming full circle for you, you know, to have
I'll
a family
say.
come on and be on the show that you've been on for all of these years.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fantastic.
I think that your marriage is just an example for a lot of people. It's important to see that it can work for you. Love the second time around,
Yeah.
and such a wonderful experience for the two of you, your families, your career. God has blessed you. It's wonderful.
We know it.
It is wonderful.
And
I
we're
know both of
grateful
you are
every
very
day,
much involved
kiddo.
in your church. You're strong Christians. That's always come through with my conversations with you. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you both for being here today.
Thank
And
you,
you have 3
Sharmini.
boys. You
We
wonderful
do.
woman.
Yes,
3 boys.
Aren't they treasures?
they are.
Isn't that
I'm
the
such a
greatest
lucky mom
treasure?
to have 3 boys. It's so much
Sons.
fun.
One's backstage. He's been watching his mom work here.
Yes,
Wow,
no
this is
kidding.
crazy.
Oh, mother works.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Besides being a doctor, she does this. So yeah,
My family was 3 boys also.
that's cool.
Thank you so much for coming on today. We'll be right back in just a minute.